What do you do when your harmless crush on a much older university lecturer suddenly turns into intense feelings you can't shake? For me, it started with a simple conversation after class, and now, every Friday, my heart races just at the thought of seeing him. My crush on my university lecturer is getting intense, and I can't stop thinking about him. I never expected this to happen, but here I am, 23 years old, with a crush on my university lecturer. And I know, it sounds cliche, but there's just something about him that I can't shake. I've been studying at uni for 2 years now, and I first noticed him last year. He's somewhere between 40 and 50, and I have to admit, I'm usually attracted to older guys, so this isn't a total shock to me. What caught me off guard was how intense it feels this time. He hadn't taught me since last year, but last week I found out he'd be tutoring our class for this module. The second I saw him again, I felt, different. My heart started beating faster, and I knew something had changed. After that first lesson, I couldn't stop thinking about him. It's like he was constantly on my mind, and before I knew it, I was talking about him non-stop to my friends. I even started looking forward to the days he'd be teaching us, just to get a few extra moments around him. Now, this part might seem silly, but after class, I always hang around for an extra hour or two, just to keep talking to him. He chats with me and my friends, mostly about work, but sometimes he shares little things about his life too. He vents to us sometimes, and it's kind of sweet because it feels like he's comfortable with us, like we've earned his trust. And then there's the eye contact. I've noticed that when we talk, he gives me these intense, lingering looks. It's not inappropriate, but it's definitely noticeable. Sometimes I catch him glancing at me, and it makes my stomach flip. Today, something happened that completely caught me off guard. After class, I left uni and headed to the station like I always do, swiping my ticket at the barrier, and right there, at the barrier next to me, was him, my lecturer. I wasn't expecting to see him at all, but he smiled and said, "Oh, hi, nice to see you again." And then he walked off, still smiling. I can't even describe how that made me feel. It was like my legs turned to jelly, and my heart was pounding the whole way home. I even checked my heart rate because I thought I might be having a panic attack. But no, it was just him. Just seeing him made my heart race like that. I need to be clear. I know nothing will come of this. I respect him far too much to ever act on my feelings, and I would never want to cross any lines. But still, every Friday I see him. This crush gets a little more intense, and I just can't stop thinking about him.